Suki, a 5-year-old purebred Cleveland Bay mare, came to us straight from the breeder, as her new owner wanted her to be broken to ride and drive. This film shows the work we have done with her under saddle. This is the first time she was backed by Sarah. She is happy riding out in company and will go in front or behind. She is being ridden in the same soft rubber bit that we drive her in, and she is happy in traffic in a traditional open riding bridle. Although Suki has already been in the river in the carriage, she will also enter happily with a rider on her back. We have to make a swift exit due to a territorial swan, but the horses do not panic, and once it has withdrawn, we go in again.
Okay, you guard the swan. Oh, there's a pair of them, that's why.
Suki will also do the hazards in our arena. It is very wet and windy, yet she will still listen to the rider and cope happily with flapping ribbons around her head, puddles, road signs, walking between large barrels, and past the inflatable balloons.
Yeah.
Suki will also stand still quietly while Sarah dismounts in the arena, with all the scary flapping objects around her. She will also go over our cones bridge, as well as turning round whilst on the bridge. This is a good test because her hindquarters touch the sides. She has to turn round in a confined area on a slope without panicking. This could come in useful if she ever had to go through a narrow gateway, for example, while out tacking, and it touched her quarters as she went through. She will also rein back when asked, both uphill and downhill on the bridge.
Oh, over on the left-hand side.
Suki is also brave enough to step over a large tarpaulin on the ground. This makes an unusual noise as well as changing shape as it scrunches up around her feet. She will also walk over it while we are holding the edges and flapping them about. We ask her to stand still while the tarpaulin is moving around her. which she does happily, bearing in mind she is being asked to do this in a soft rubber bit. Standing still while this barrel is thrown near her shows that she will stand still under difficult circumstances. She is happy to walk forwards and approach the barrel when asked. Likewise, she will not kick out or leap forwards when she is asked to rein back onto the barrel and it touches her hocks.
Good girl. Come back. Good girl. Come back. Good girl. Get up.
Put it under your thigh, hey? Up the back of your leg.
Yeah, walk on.
We also ask Suki to walk underneath the tarpaulin. This is another big test for her because she cannot see a way out once she is underneath, and she has the tarpaulin rustling all over her body. Many horses are afraid of plastic and the noise it makes, especially when it is near their heads, so this shows the level of confidence and trust that Suki has both in her rider and in herself. Sarah is now mounting Suki from the ground to show that she will stand still when given a leg up, and also when the rider is mounting without assistance.
You alright?
Yeah.
Well done.
Stand still.
As well as riding out in company, Suki will also hack out alone. Here, Sarah takes her out by herself, down the road. She also takes her on grass to show that she does not get excitable when ridden on a different surface, even in a big wide open field. Notice how Sarah is keeping her reins loose to show that Suki will not speed up when coming towards home. Sarah does not require any pressure on the reins to hold her back or keep her at the walk. She will remain at the stated pace even when heading back to the yard by herself, with no instruction from the rider. Another common issue we hear is that some ridden horses are frightened of carriage driving turnouts. However, this does not need to be the case. Here we are taking Suki out in company alongside a carriage. As you can see, she is confident following behind and going in front of the carriage. The driving turnout makes a considerable amount of noise, not only because of the carriage wheels, but also because we are driving a pair of horses, so there are two sets of hooves making a noise. Suki will walk away from the driving horses and go in the opposite direction by herself. Separating horses that have been hacking out together can be another problem area, but you can see Suki will listen to instructions and go where Sarah asks, all while being ridden in a soft rubber bit. Sarah also brings her back to the carriage and then asks her to walk away again. Going away from these horses a second time after she has just been reunited is an even bigger test, yet you can see Suki is happy to walk away from them again. When Sarah turns her to go and rejoin the driving horses, she does not speed up or plunge forwards, but remains at the walk as Sarah asks. Suki is then happy to proceed on ahead of the other turnout.